time for Titrat racing.
Alright guys, I've been listening to what you're saying. You're not liking the repairing, you want more action. So me, Callum, Reddles today got together and I think we found you some action. The boys at Calabarin have been making it harder and harder for Titrat racing to actually compete with old Titrat the original. I can kind of see where they're coming from for the safety of the event, but for our side it was cheaper to go out and buy a licensed vehicle and just basically build a comp truck out of that, keep it within the standards. So another challenge yet again. So we end up with our rock crawler, a licensed comp truck, also going to have our mud racer Leo that's pretty damn fucking awesome, to be honest. So alright, turn him around and show him what we purchased.
Hey.
So here we are, we got our GQ Patrol. Not quite sure what year it is, but we know it's EFI. It's got a 6-inch suspension lift on standard radius arms and trailing arms, extended brake lines, 35-inch tyres come with it. It's got a winch but no wrap on it, so we've got to sort that out. Automatic transmissions. Oh, and as Reddles just brought out, here's some tyres that we had purchased early on. They're 37-inch trippies. That's our first modification. Next thing we're going to do is go through the whole cab. We're going to cut out everything we don't need. We're going to make a new wiring loom. Thank you, Matt Spark. You don't know that yet, Greg, but thank you. The next thing is obviously race seats. We've got rigid fixed seats in the shed. Cost zilch to the company, so that's absolutely awesome as well. Keeping the budget cheap, as always, like we do. Keeping it real, keeping it simple for people. But apart from that, we're going to pull out the whole back end. Gas tank, it runs on LPG. Well, let's say that again, it did. Keep going, mate, keep going. You got to work it, you got to work it. Standard episode we do is normally cut and shunt in the front. We can't do that being a licensed vehicle, so in this case we're going to bring the bull bar as close as we can. And looking at it, we could probably get 2-inch approach angle on that straight away.
I love gnomes.
So yeah, we've got our cameraman back, which is great. You'll probably see a heap more footage as he zooms and pans and does his collages. So thanks guys.
Because I'm shit at this.
Oh, that's Robin horsepower, that is. Cut that fucker off.
Power steering pump.
Look, he's the same height as Daniel.
Alternator. Alternator's got to keep ripping, but there's a third belt, and that obviously runs down to an air compressor. Well, the air compressor doesn't have a belt on it at the moment. It's fucking. Rightio, we're back on working on the old poo troll. After sobering up after yesterday's expedition, we realised she's still a bargain, but there's a lot more work to be done than we actually realised. After we had a look underneath, found out the four-wheel drive selection gear stick wasn't in there, or the shifter lever. Found it in the box in the back. We've hooked that up and realised that it's actually hitting on the floor pan, so it's not helping us change into low range correctly. But failing that, we've also put the front tail shaft back in that we also found in the box of bits, and the transfer does actually work. It just doesn't want to go into low range due to the fact that it's hitting on the floor pan. So yeah, we need to put a locker in the front. It's freewheeling. We climbed up the logs over there, hence you probably see the black stain on that one, but yeah, it climbed straight up there, but it didn't want to spin both wheels at the front nor the rear, so we'll sort that out with a bit of CIG welding in the rear, and we'll put the Spartan locker that I've got in another patrol diff housing in the front. Failing that, got JB here. How you going, JB?
Hi guys.
What are you doing in there, bud?
Taking the exhaust off because half of it's missing.
There was another thing, that's why she sounds like a drag car at the moment, or a burnout car more to the point. So because this is a street legal vehicle, we got to keep it street legal imaged, I guess, for the competition at this stage. So what we're going to do is take all the exhaust off, basically start from the front again. We are planning on putting a turbo on this vehicle. We just looked up eBay. We can get a kit for around $450. Manifold, turbo, everything except dump pipe and exhaust. So another, his brother, old Reddles, you remember him from the Cookram video, dancing on the back of the ute. He rode off his BF Turbo XR6. So we got a full system off of that, which we're going to try and chop and shunt the suit. You can see there our alloyed rims. They're our 37s that are meant for Tiprat, but they're going on poo troll. So we'll go from there. Alrighty, so what I was saying earlier on is, as you can clearly see there, the shifter that wasn't there that we've stuck back here, and I think what they decided to do was just manually put it into four-wheel drive low, but we don't want it like that. So you can see it like fully back, it's hitting on all the metalwork. If I zoom in, you can see how the metalwork at the back of that has been flattened out from hitting it so many times. So basically, I'll just get in there, we'll grind it out, tap it out, smack it out, and give us some more clearance. And that way, we can easily go up and down with the selector cog, keeping it as a street legal trim.
I think that's a wind.
Which way we got to twist, bud?
I can't even see over the diff.
We're hooked on something, aren't we?
Keep walking around that way.
Winner, winner.
I'm going to have to cut it between these two as well, I think.
Yep, I think you will. JB's got safety gear on.
I wouldn't call it safety gear.
Thank you, Reddles, for the Milwaukee grinder while we're at it.
It goes right, eh?
There goes me disc.
Oh no, 30 cents.
Alrighty, getting ready to head to the office. You can see all the exhaust systems off, heat shields off. What else do we do, big fella? Managed to clearance the shifter.
Shaft in.
Put a shaft in, managed to clearance the four-wheel drive select shifter, so it actually works now. Looked at
four-wheel drive, so.
Yeah, we got four-wheel drive. Checked out a lot of the wiring underneath the bonnet.
Scored us a hat for the snorkel.
Old mate Carl from K&D Fab. He's given us a hat, which is awesome. So budget's still down at 1900, haven't spent a cent. Don't know if the automatic's going to handle it, so we are seriously thinking about putting in a manual. How well that's going to work for us, because Beavesy, I don't know if you know, he's pretty good at a cart driver, but it wasn't a stick, it wasn't a shifter cart, it was just a one gear cart, so he's probably a shit. And myself, as you've probably seen from Leo Wanko, driving a manual, far slower than what I am in an auto. So yeah, it'll be an experience for both of us. There's something there. We are debadging the big girl. She is now a Ford Maverick with an EFI Nissan motor in her. So we got the grill, which is already up here. Don't go grab it. It's actually, we'll just take a little sneak peek in an overcrowded shed, but there we go, the big blue oval badge, loving it. So there you go. Doesn't that look sexier already? I'm in love.
Ford patch.
Hell yeah, brother. That's actually a Ford Ranger. Look at the size of that big booming blue beautiful oyster.
Awesome.
But either way, yeah, we're going to badge her as a Ford Maverick. You know we're all Ford fans around here. Well, Mitzi fans, Range Rover fans, Hyundai Getz fans. What the hell? But yeah, we're not the biggest Nissan fans, but we love the patrols. And we're not going to say that on you fucking Titrat. I'll get you some heat gun action.
Rep, what are we doing to the Ford?
Let's get that fucking Nissan badge off.
We don't need that where we're going.
Job done.
Hey, what happened to me Nissan?
It turned into a Ford.
Oh, that's a good decision.
So we're back to modifying. What are we getting rid of, Dan?
Get rid of as much as we can. I probably should have marked some marks out. But
Nah, wing it.
So that's the angry face we've created for the old Patrol. Doesn't look too bad. It's just a bull bar that we had that came with the truck. As you've seen, just chisel, chop the bars down, drop them. Haven't finished welding her out, and we've still got to blank out those old indicator holes. Due to the fact we chopped all the bar work out, we certainly have got indicators that are nice and visible now from the front. See if the spotlights work. That might be our next thing.
Right, moment of truth. Lights on, Dan. They're on. Spotties. Hey, look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Nice.
Got Brody over giving us a hand. We're de-wiring all the useless stuff that's all the way through it. Today's D-Day. Tomorrow I've actually got scrutineering for the Kellerbaron off-roader. So yeah, we got the exhaust done. Had a bit of a drama, couldn't get it running for a while until we realised I left a rag in the intake which blocked the MAF completely off. Yeah, bit of a pain that one. We missed our shift down and we had to rebook. But you can see there, got a good exhaust system on it now, so the neighbours don't hate us quite as much. Shut it up. Had to take tail shaft out because one of the main requirements for a licensed vehicle is handbrake must work. And because people we bought the vehicle off decided to chop through the handbrake cable with an angle grinder for some reason or another. So we got one at the other place we're going to go to, tip it over with the old winch rope and get the handbrake cable out of that. Got to get a UHF aerial, put on the front comp bar, so we can actually have radio communication while we're doing this thing. As you show you in here, more wiring for the LPG system's got to go. I'm guessing that there is the old radio antenna wire. It plugs in, but we got radio, so I'm not quite sure. Maybe it's because it's hooked up to that one there now. We don't no longer need it, but that's pretty much the history of this whole car. Is there's so much wiring in here. No one has stripped out when they decide to renew it. They just relay it. So we've taken out the electric brakes. No need for those. Hence we don't have a tow bar because that's been removed as well. As you can see, no handbrake. Just been to the graveyard. Got the UHF aerial off the old disco behind us. Tried to get the bumper, the ARB bar off the back of the old Range Rover. Didn't have much luck there. I don't know how the hell that was designed. Looks like you got to pull the car apart to get the bumper off. But we're going to go home and fit the handbrake cable, UHF aerial, clean up a bit more electrical, and then we'll probably come back later on after a beer or two, see if we can't be fucked trying to get that bar off. So just putting the new rotor in, or we have just put the new rotor in.
Good, ready to go.
Rotor's my taxi service. It's about to take Brady down to a shindig. I'm trying to get some brake fluid in. Just a little bit of brake fluid. It's got old Reddles there, wiring up the UHF and dropping his phone. But it's been a long day. We went for a couple hour rehydration shower. Oh Jesus Christ! Alright, so hope he knows what he's doing. He's dismantled the front end of the fucking car. Alrighty, we won't have a look at that any longer. That doesn't look like much has happened in there. Thanks buddy, you got it under control. I only left him in there for half an hour, but anyway. Still got to fuck around with this, hook that up. What was I doing? The extended universal battery mount. As you can see, it's nice and straight. Did that myself, proud as fuck. Rightio, it's Sunday, scrutineering day. Just got up early, giving the big girl a bit of a degrease. There's not really that many oil jet leaks on her, so it's not going to be too hard. Pretty much swivel hubs are our main concern. Clean them up. We've got a kit for that to put in before the event anyway. So we're just going to drop her down the bottom and give her a high pressure clean. So we finished polishing the turd. Pretty much come up exactly the way we started. It shines a little bit more, I guess. So now we just got to replace a bolt in the back end. I'll show you a bit of the wisdom I'm talking about. You can see the control arm there that goes over the fuel tank. Zoom in, you can see a distinct bend there, right where it hits the edge of the fuel tank. And then, I don't know why, but that's the bolt they put in there. Not done up or anything, when it should be that size over that side, right there. So I got one of those off the wreck yesterday. We're going to put that in, get the recovery kit together, basically load her up, have a shower and head on down and see what they pick on us. Alright guys, just got out of scrutineering. Big red turd pass. Believe it or not, big red turd pass with a few contingencies. We've got to redo our tie down points. Well, we didn't do any to start with. They were shitty, the recovery points that we got at the back here. A couple of those, and what else was there? Fire extinguishers, but we only had 1 kilo. They wanted 1.5, so anyway, we'll put the big girls in there for them, and failing that, we're off to the pub and have a few days off without working on cars. That's going to be great. Alright guys, that's all I've got time for this week. We are approaching the 20-minute mark, so I don't want to bore the shit out of you straight away on the first episode for 2020. Next week, we're going up to Medspark, as per usual, see Mr. Greg Huggins. We're putting the swivel hub kit in the front, putting the Limmy in the front, the Spartan locker, I've got another diff. What else have we got going on? We're going to weld up the back diff. Old Carl from KD Fabrications, his own business, master welder by short. You'll get to see him in action as well next episode. What else are we getting into? Basically, we're just neatening up the vehicle. Like, yeah, we have got past scrutineering. The boys didn't really go too hard through it, but there are a lot of things for our own safety, and I guess other people's safety, that we want to nip it in the butt. And not only that, make sure the vehicle gets through the event, so we've got some more footage for you. So you guys hang in there. Like always, subscribe, give us a like, give us a comment. That's great when you guys actually comment. It looks like you guys kind of give a shit, so that's cool. As always, special shout out to Greg from MedSpark, TJ Signs, and KD Fabrications on this one, as you'll see in the next episode. So yeah, alright guys, till the next one, keep it happy, keep drinking.